Yup. This is another one of those Pryoxis complaining videos. Yup. It's time to crash out. Yup. I'm sick of mediocrity. Yup. I'm sick of pathetic gameplay. Pathetic gameplay. Yup. I'm sick of trash. Yup. I'm sick of DLC without the game being fixed. Yup. Let's start off. I got 3 games, right? UFC, Undisputed, Thrill of the Fight 2. All 3 of these games are combat sports games. All 3 of these games I play a lot. All 3 of these games I put a lot of time into. All 3 of these games I invest a lot into. All 3 of these games I'm passionate about. So let's talk about the first one, EA Sports UFC 5. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, wow, stop playing the game. Well, I'm sorry, bro. I enjoy playing the game. I'm still gonna complain about it, right? You love your girlfriend, but you still complain about her, right? You enjoy making money doing your job, but you still complain about it, right? Okay, then allow me to do so. Thank you. Let's start off with UFC 5. Lazy company. Lazy, very lazy. Promoted by laziness. Branded by laziness. EA is a money-hungry company that cares nothing but about money. Only thing they will do is do things to make money. I'll give you a prime example. College football came out last year for the first time after about 10 years, so, right? Okay, maybe more than 10 years. Let's try maybe 14, somewhere around there, amount of years, right? All right, so EA's like, man, people love this. They love this so much, we're going to bring back basketball too. Interesting. So if they didn't see any money in it, they wouldn't have brought it back. Oh, I'll give you another example. Fight Night. Oh, they seen Undisputed come out. They seen Undisputed sell 1 million copies in a week. Guess what they said? Well, time to put Fight Night in production. They only care about money. They don't give a fuck about the game. They just care about money. And I get it. I get it. Money is what they are looking for. But where's the passion? There's no passion in UFC games. We have a game being modded. UFC Undisputed 3 being modded by I can't remember exactly who it is. They are putting more passion in that game than EA has ever put in a video game. And if you don't believe me, go watch it. Go on Twitter and find it. They're putting actual fighters' animations. They're making them likeness of that fighter in a game that came out over 10 years ago. While EA is sitting here still struggling, giving us bullshit. Don't worry, alter egos are coming soon. That's what their MO is. They love alter egos. They love DLC. It's all about money. It's all about downloadable shit. How about we download a new facility? How about we download new employees? How about that? EA has been the bottom of the barrel of gaming. EA has won worst company in America twice. How do you win the worst company in America twice? How is that possible? How could you beat out Walmart in the worst company? How could you beat out some banks? How do you do that, EA? How does a gaming company win the worst company in America twice? And I think y'all did it back to back. Y'all should have just three-peated. There was once a time EA was on top of the world. There was once a time EA couldn't do no wrong. But I don't know what it was. I think that the money got to him. It was just a money thing. I don't know what the fuck happened, where the passion went. After playing every EA Sports UFC game after UFC 2, including UFC 2, I've noticed the downfall of the games after UFC 3. UFC 3 was the most authentic mixed martial arts game we have had, well, that I have personally played besides Undisputed 3. And I won't say Undisputed 3 because I didn't truly experience that game in its prime days, so I won't speak on that game. But EA Sports UFC 3 was the most sim game, and anybody that wants to argue with me, cry about it. Because I'm going to cry about UFC 3, so I guess we can cry together, or we can cry apart. Doesn't matter. The game was lazy made. UFC 4 was lazy made. The man that put the most passion into the game left the company in the middle of production to go work on a better game. A game that I believe either won Game of the Year or almost. I believe it almost won it. It came in second place. God of War. Ragnarok. That lead gameplay developer, Jeff, was the passion behind EA Sports UFC gaming. And you can believe me or you cannot believe me, but I've seen the man put into work. I've seen the man actually try. I mean, I at one point said, man, you know what? I'm done with UFC games. You know what he did on Twitter? He added me and said, hey, man, I got this update I really think you'd be interested in. This same guy was a community manager, and that wasn't even his job title. This same guy was updating the community. This same guy was teaching us. That guy left and was replaced by a bot. I won't say his name specifically because we had altercations in the past. But I don't rock with him. He don't rock with me. But since then, the game industry, the game world, when it comes to UFC gaming, has been doing nothing but going backwards. UFC 4, I'll be honest, was the was the was the Halo reach of UFC games. Halo 3 was the one. UFC 3 was the one. Halo Reach was probably one of the most popular, but that was the start of the downfall of the Halo series. UFC 3 was the most fun, was the most sim. UFC 4 was probably the most popular, which started the downfall of the game. UFC 5 undersold EA's expectations. I wonder why. Maybe because you thought doing the same thing over and over again was going to work, and it didn't. Did you expect it to? Because what you had in UFC 4 wasn't a great game. But you sprinkle a couple animations, a couple graphics, and a new submission system, and you think people are just going to change their mind. Sorry to tell you, Bucko, but people don't care about submissions. Granted, I do think submissions could have used a rework, but not the rework that they got, because it was lazy made. Only for the world to have to wait 2 years for another UFC game. So you guys out there that say, oh, stop crying about it, fuck you. I'm passionate about the game. I'm passionate about the sport. So passionate about it, I started doing it in real life. Now, I ain't got no fights or nothing like that, but I plan on it. Now, that's enough crashing out about on EA. And I notice how I'm crashing out, but I'm not even really cursing too much. I'm not raising my voice. I'm speaking to you guys regularly. So if you think I'm mad or upset, I'm not. I'm not upset one bit. Not at all. Want to know why? Because I don't care that much to be upset, but I do care enough to complain or speak about the topic, because not enough people do. Too many people is brown nosing in EA's ass and not speaking on the true problems within the game. Everyone's just riding the wave. Oh, it's okay. Wait for UFC 6. Yeah, right. Wait for UFC 6. For what? For what? Huh? Moving forward. That game's going to be dog shit too, but we're going to play it. I want to know why? Because we're UFC fans. We just got to deal with it. Same thing with Call of Duty fans. They be like, the Call of Duty game trash, but they still play it and they still deal with it. Why? Because it's the only game they got. Only Call of Duty they got. Now, let's move forward. Undisputed, I gave you guys a lot of praise. I gave you guys a lot of hope, a lot of time. That time is up. That time is gone. That time has come. We have to be real with ourselves with Undisputed. And I know I may possibly burn some bridges, and I may possibly upset some of the people at SCI. But what the fuck are we doing? Serious question. What the fuck are we doing? I don't think a DLC, any fighter should have been dropped, should have been touched until the core gameplay was fixed. And y'all can say what y'all want, but there's no reason DLC for fighters should come out and their fighter punches don't land. There's no reason DLC for a fighter should come out when we still having desync issues. There's no reason. It just looks like EA to me. Oh, we know the game's fucked up, but we're going to give you these DLC fighters you got to buy. No. It's wrong. It's wrong, and I'm going to call it like it is. Again, I've always said I am not working with companies. I am not paid promotion. Even if I do be paid promotion, guess what? I will still speak how I want to about the game, because I am a consumer. And I can give my honest opinion. And if you don't like it, well, maybe we should try fixing the game instead of worrying about my opinion. Maybe that one touched a couple people's heart. Maybe that one made a couple people upset. Maybe that made a couple people say, wow, Pro's an asshole. But if I got to be an asshole for the game to be fixed, so be it. But it's time for a change, bro. It's time for a change. Undisputed, it's been too long. It's been too long and not enough done. We went 6 months without an update, basically. Only for the update to come out and be mid. The game released and punches landed just perfectly fine. A patch drops, all the punches just start acting stupid. That has yet to be addressed. Why? Why? And when I say addressed, I mean publicly. I love new boxes. I love it. But new boxes is nothing if the core game ain't worth a fuck. I'm sick of people doing dumb shit and winning fights. These games are sold to be simulation. So if I'm fighting in a simulated way and I'm going against somebody fighting in an arcade way, I think I should have an advantage because I'm fighting towards the way the game was meant to be played. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say it's just a video game. Again, the game is sold on it's as real as a sport it can get. That's what they sell us on. So if that's what they sell us on, that's what I'm expecting. Right? Just the same way your girl tell you she going to give you something tonight, right? That's what you expecting. But if she says she gonna give you something and then she delay it, then you're gonna be mad. Oh, so are we. Maybe that one touched a couple people chest. Sorry, bro. I get it. You gonna get some, boss. Just hold out. Anyways, Undisputed, I put a lot of praise in this game. I really did. To the point where people were saying I was a shield. People were saying, "Oh, you only bashing the game because you don't like EA." I hope you guys understand it. I have no favorites. Anybody can get criticism. People criticize me. They criticize my content. They're fair to that. That's their mouth. They can say what they want. So I can say what I want. Undisputed. As I said this again, I said this before and I'll say this again. Fix your game. There's no reason punches should land. There's no reason why doing diagonal dodges turns everybody into Mike Tyson. Take that bullshit out. Take the diagonal dodge out. For some reason, leaning back gives you plus 500 accuracy. For some reason, doing a diagonal dodge and throwing 2 body hooks gives you power of Tyson. No matter who you're using. There's some reason doing a diagonal dodge makes you evade punches to the body. Even ones that morph through them. There's no reason that should happen. At all. There's no reason there isn't a vulnerability system in a boxing game that's selling itself on being simulation. You're telling me if I lean my head one way and I get punched in the head while I'm leaning that way, there's no extra damage. There's no way that should actually be possible. There's no reason why people should eat so many power punches. There's no reason why people should eat so many punches. There's a reason people can't gas out. There's a reason people can circle so far, so fast. There's no reason people should be able to be rocked and move faster than the person that's not rocked. There's no reason why when I rock you, all my punches seem to just miss. No reason for that. None whatsoever. Undisputed. Do better. Straight up. Do better. Well, we're working on the wrong things. We're trying to work on the wrong things. Get the core gameplay down. You want to bring your game back to life just a little bit? Because if I look on Steam right now, it'd probably be less than 500 people currently playing the game. That's fucking pathetic. The game isn't even a year old, and you're telling me not even 500 people are interested in playing the game. Your daily gaming people, the daily height of people playing this game is going to be maxed out at about 700-800. You're telling me in this whole world, billions of people, only 800 people a day are playing this game on Steam. That is fucking sad. And that isn't nobody's fault but Undisputed's, because they dropped a mediocre game. They dropped the game when you were lean back, you would be stuck in that animation. They dropped the game where Deontay Wilder just happened to have the magic motherfucking hand. Now granted, he does. But he ain't got the magic chin. They dropped the game where all you had to do was throw power punches with Deontay Wilder and you were actually a successful player. They dropped the game where blocking didn't make sense. They dropped the game where head movement didn't work. How did all these things get through? Testing. And I can't say too much, but I'll move forward on to Thrill of the Fight 2. Thrill of the Fight 2. Now, I haven't been playing you for much long, but I have been enjoying my time. It started off as a very fun game for me to play, and it turned into a game that I honestly think don't make no sense to. I'm not sure if it's desync, I'm not sure if it's connection issues, but I'm sick of throwing punches at people's head and it makes the sound and I'm not doing no damage to them. I'm sick of getting rabbit punched and I'm actually getting rocks. I'm sick of putting combinations on people and I got them hurt, and because the game is wired, because people are sick of spam, they make my punches are weaker and I take more damage. Granted, I get that system, but again, if punches made more sense, if rotation of the hips were able to actually mean something instead of just throwing your arm. But granted, I get that's very hard to do because there's no sensors on your hips to tell that you're turning on your punches. Body punches. I don't know if my body punches are just weak or other people's body punches is just fucking hard. But for some reason, my body punches just don't connect. And I see them, their hands up are like this. When you're boxing, your hands up are like this. Look at how my whole body is exposed, right? Their hands up are like this. Their guards are fucking terrible, and I'm just obliterating their body, but it's doing nothing. But they're throwing these winged, wild ass shots, and they're rocking me. And I have my hand up. I'm doing this, right? Holding the phone. Now, I don't have too much negative things to say about Thrill of the Fight 2 because I kind of washed my hands with that game when it comes to actually being competitive. More so, I use that game as cardio. It's really, really good cardio base. If someone was to ask me, man, I want to do some cardio, but I want to do it at home, I would tell you to get a VR and get on Thrill of the Fight 2 and get to throwing some fucking punches. You ain't got to get on there and think you're a boxing expert to sweat. That's the way I look at Thrill of the Fight 2. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's hard to be competitive in a game that ain't built for competitiveness. And that goes for all 3 games. Thrill of the Fight 2, I'm not sure what needs to be done or what it is. But maybe a better explaining or something. But I don't understand why punches are doing what they doing. Why my punches aren't landing on people. Why my punches aren't doing no damage to people. But they're throwing bullshit punches and I'm getting rocked left and right. Fix it. Please. That is the end of my video. I appreciate you guys' time. Again, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm just speaking my mind. Y'all have a blessed day.